Hey, what's going on, Dodger fans? And thanks for tuning to another episode of Chalking It Up. I'm Ant. As always, I'm joined by the one and only
Carlos, aka Desert Doyer. Let's
What's going on,
go.
Pop? How's you been, man?
Oh man, baseball season's here.
I know. I like stalking your Instagram sometimes, and that's how I keep up with my dad a lot, just through social media. So, but hey, man, let's get right into it. King Kersh is back, baby.
Let's go. He signs a 2-year deal.
2-year deal, 10 million.
10 million. So that's not a bad deal.
Not
a
at
bad deal. I like that deal for the Dodgers. It's a
Very
more
friendly.
team friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And we get Kersh back. You know, he's one of the guys that I definitely wanted back this year because
For sure.
he's been with the Dodgers since day one, and I want that.
Yeah, man. Year 17. Not a lot of people can say they've donned, a uniform for that long. It's definitely a special for Clayton. You can kind of tell in his interviews, when a lot of the reporters are asking him, what took so long. And really, I think he had FOMO, man. He saw the offseason that we had, and he had a fear of missing out. He sees what Andrew and the training staff, planned out for him. And he's like, why wouldn't I want to come back? You guys aren't rushing me back. I don't have to come back and be the number one guy. So honestly, he said really what took him so long is this is his first major surgery on his arm.
Yeah.
So for him, that was kind of scary. And again, he just wanted to make sure that he had everything lined out and that there's a good plan to welcome him back, late July, early August, hopefully to make that playoff push and just deepen our rotation that much more heading into the playoffs, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's we all kind of already knew that, right? We knew that he was not coming back till end of July, early August. But having him on the team for the playoff run, it's going to help us out more. It's going to help us out more, because we're not expecting him to give us elite games like, complete shutouts. Right. We're not expecting that. We're just expecting some innings from him. And compared to what he did last year he had a good season.
He did. And he was hurt kind of towards the end there. And he knew it. The Dodgers knew it. But again, he's never gotten any kind of surgery done before on his arm. So he didn't want to kind of risk it during the season. He didn't know what we were capable of doing, late into the postseason. So, I mean, again, it's exciting that King Kersh is back, year 17. This is going to be the only jersey he dons, guys. Dodger blue. That dude is going to go down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, to ever don a Dodger uniform.
Definitely. I mean, if you, I was looking at a website where they were comparing Sandy Koufax, which is one of the Dodgers. Sandy Koufax,
Yes,
which
sir.
is one of the Dodgers' greatest pitchers of all time. Kersh had better numbers than him in a longer span. Better numbers than him in a longer span. And I mean, yes, a lot of people are like, oh, but he chokes in the playoffs. Right. But come on, man. I mean, just because we made the playoffs. So will his numbers be so much better if we didn't make the playoffs?
Right,
Will people be saying, oh, my God, he's a great, but then they would be probably saying, oh, well, they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, man. But again, his numbers throughout, the regular season, take away his numbers. Like you said, do we even make the playoffs? Are we as a competitive team without his numbers and what he's been able to do for this organization year in and year out? So again, I think we were just all celebrating. Again, I think now this is kind of like that cherry on top. Like, hey, this is one of the greatest offseason MLB has ever seen an organization do.
Definitely.
And again, welcome back, King Kersh. We're excited to get you back.
It's a cherry on top till the next move happens.
Till the next move happens. That's right, guys. Hey, again, let's just keep it rolling here. Let's go spring training, man. I know you've already been down there a couple of times. What's the environment like? What's the vibe?
The Japanese media there is insane. They've taken over Camelback Ranch.
I bet.
They're everywhere. They're there for Otani. They're there for Yamamoto. Mm-hmm. They're there at 6 a.m. Place doesn't open till 9. Yeah. And they're there at 6 a.m. And I mean, it's not like if it's a packed house. It's because it's early. It's still early.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, it's just friends and it's just spring training.
Yeah. And again, like you said, I think the Dodgers are one of the the few teams that they set the date for pitchers and catchers to report. Everybody shows up before those dates. It's kind of fun to see the intros, the welcome back. But yeah, like you said, there's no games going on. These guys I think a couple of them still had to take physicals that day. It's really just kind of get your teammates, but all these fans are showing up, and it's just that's what we're about, man. We travel heavy. it's a fun experience. It's a fun time at spring training.
Oh, yeah,
Again,
definitely.
I saw your videos, and it's the greatest fan experience for a Dodger fan to get that close to players and to have the reactions that they have with you taking pictures. So
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the time I look forward to. I look forward to spring training every year.
yeah.
I think I look forward more to that than Dodger Fan Fest. Dodger
Mm.
Fan Fest is cool because I think I guess you get to go meet other fans.
Right.
But here, you're gonna meet fans, but you're gonna get that more experience of talking to the players.
Yeah,
So it was
player interactions.
really cool. Man, if you haven't made it out to Camelback Ranch yet, make sure you come out. Make
Mhm.
sure you come out.
I know our first spring training game, I think, is like February 28th. We're going to go head out to Goodyear Ballpark. We're going to see the.
Oh, that's a way deep. We're going sooner than that.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't know the whole.
But we got
plans,
tickets to that one already, though.
but I mean, staying in the topic of spring training, we get that it's an awesome environment. It's very fan friendly. But let's talk about, what else did you see? I mean, I know there was a lot of positive reaction, a lot of hype around Yamamoto's bullpen session, Walker finally getting on the mound along with Tyler Glass now. So, what are your takeaways from that?
I mean, I'm no expert. I wasn't there to watch the entire thing, but I mean, from with the videos that we've seen and the comments that the players are making, it's great to see that Walker Buehler says he's healthy. And he's throwing 92, 94, he said, on his fastball. Yamamoto, man, I cannot wait to see that guy pitch in a live game, in a real game, not spring training. I mean, but still. And then who else we got? We got Glass now. Also, dude is tall.
Dude,
that dude is tall.
6'6".
Oh man, I thought Walker Buehler was tall. He's like at least 12 inches taller than Walker Buehler.
Man,
he's tall. He looks good too. He says he's looked good. He feels fantastic. As long as they all stay healthy, this team's gonna be special.
For sure. No, I mean, and again, there's a lot of positive reaction. I think I read a report where Gavin was actually the batter box during Yamamoto's bullpen session, and he just had nothing but positive things to say. He said this guy's ability to control the ball, his pitch sequence, it's just like second to none. He said he got him confused so many times, so he can only imagine what it's going to be like for the opposing team. So again, I think we're all like riled up and excited to see Yamamoto's first start, and along with the new guy, Tyler Glass. Now we get Walker back for a full year, so there's just a lot of excitement now with this bullpen. And again, King Kersh is going to add to that. So we're excited. And yeah, man, like again, let's just keep going. Let's keep going.
Go. I cannot wait. Also, let's Ryan Brazier. Last episode we were talking about that we needed another arm. It would be a nice addition, and he signs the next day.
Yeah, dude. Friendly contract as well.
Another
it's not ridiculous.
Contract,
2 years, $9 million. That's awesome. So I think it's like 4.5 a year. All of it's guaranteed as long as he's healthy, of course. And I'm sure he has like some kind of stipulation on there where he can get a little bit more based off of accolades or anything like that. But that's a solid, man. It definitely deepens our bullpen.
Another solid option for us. We do lose a left-hander, one of the left-handers that we did have in Caleb Ferguson, which I don't mind. I mind. I mean, I wasn't too up there on Caleb, but he did contribute to the team. But adding Brazier, hopefully Brazier can continue doing what he did last year, because he was terrible with the Red Sox.
Yeah, he was.
Then he got shipped over to the Dodgers, and it's just a whole new pitcher. Whole new pitcher.
Baby. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're in a shitty situation. Excuse my language, guys. And you come to one where it's championship, aspirations now. Why wouldn't you turn it around? It's donning the Dodger blue. It's the excitement. It's the sold out crowds every night. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's excited to be back as well for the next 2 years. And again, he does make our bullpen that much better. Speaking of bullpen, Pop, I know you don't like this rumor out there. It's still swirling.
I hate that rumor. I hate that rumor. And if you're the one who's spreading that rumor, shut up.
We got Kenley Jansen, currently member of the Boston Red Sox. Rumor has it that they're shipping him around. Dodgers and Phillies are probably the top two teams interested in him right now.
Hopefully the Phillies are more interested. I'm hoping the Phillies.
They lost Craig Kimbrell, so I mean,
honestly, there's a big difference between having Kersh on the team and having Kenley on the team. I mean, Kersh is a starter if he's having a bad game, boom, yank him out, right? Kenley's gonna come in the ninth inning when the game's on the line,
Right.
You know, we can't pull him out the next inning because the game might be over.
Right.
So that's the only reason why I don't want to bring Kenley back, unless Kenley says, hey, you know what, I just want to go play for the team, no matter where my role is. You know, whether it's just, you know, middleman, you know, middle inning relief, setup, not even setup. I don't even want to set up. I just want him to come in if he wants to come.
Right.
But I don't want him as a closer. I do not want Kenley Jansen as a closer. I think we have Evan Phillips and a Blake Trinan could be our closers. Those should be our closers.
The Bazooka.
And Bazooka.
Yeah.
We can use all those three guys are much better situated to be our closer than Kenley Jansen. To me.
I'm torn. Obviously, the vibe that Kenley brought to the games, California love. You know, it's 3 outs. Let's go home. We love LA starts playing. A big part of that I feel is just Dave's managing. I feel like, you know, Kenley was put in positions to fail. That's my opinion. Again, you know, hopefully Dave has a different mindset going into 2024. Who knows?
I'm gonna disagree there. I don't think. I mean, when you're bringing him in. There's no other situation. It's the ninth inning. That's your time.
But you don't always have to bring him in. That's the thing. You know, there's 2-3 nights in a row. Yeah, I get it. You know, he's the guy that we paid to close the game, but you can't overwork him as well. He's not.
He's a closer. He pitches 1 inning. Why not?
He doesn't train to pitch more than 1 inning in a game.
Oh, okay, but
or 2.
Set him out. You know, he needs to know. I mean, not now because I don't want him as a closer now, but back then he needed to know I'm the closer. I need to be ready, whether it's 3 straight nights, or 5 nights, you know, in a week, the whole entire week. I don't blame Dave for that. I don't blame Dave.
I mean, I don't know, man. I definitely think you bring Kenley back, you're not going to get the Kenley of old. At least
definitely
Kenley.
Not.
You're not going to get all-star Kenley. I think you're getting another guy that deepens the bullpen, another guy that needs to realize, hey, this is my job to get 3 outs, whatever it may be. But yeah, man, again, I'm not opposed to it. But again, I don't put as much blame on it now. You know, it's just based off of managing the bullpen.
Again, I don't want him back as a closer. I don't want him back as a closer. I don't want him seeing the 9th inning at all. If the game's on the line, I don't want to see him in the 9th inning.
Right.
But if he wants to come back and just be a middle inning kind of guy, to, you know, get us an out here or there, I don't mind him back.
Right. I mean, I get it. Everybody has their opinion. So, I mean, with that, let us know what you guys think. You know, who do you guys see the closer this year being? I know everybody says, oh, it's a committee. We have a luxury of all these arms. You know, it's based off a situation. But we don't pay guys to just be situational either. You know, you pay your starters, you pay your everyday guys that are playing. And we do need a closer. We need a guy, especially going into the playoffs, that you know is going to get you those 3 damn outs that we need. So, again, give us your thoughts, your comments, and then we'll kind of see from there. Again, I'm not opposed to it. He is, as far as being our closer. But with that topic, let's go ahead and let's break into our next segment. We kind of want to do something different, not just talking Dodger baseball. Oh, excuse me. Let's talk about a certain division and breaking down, you know, the stats and record from last season and what we think is going to be the different outcome this year. We'll kind of look and see their major transactions. And again, we're talking about Kenley and the Red Sox. Let's stay in the AL East. Let's talk about it, Pop. I mean, what are your thoughts with that division? We know Baltimore kind of ran away with it last year. What you know?
I mean, Baltimore ran away with it. Tampa Bay got to a fantastic start. I mean, I think I don't know how many games. I think they were 31 and something before they started coming back down to earth.
Right.
But I mean, last year Baltimore, Toronto, and Tampa Bay, all 3 of them made the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Yankees and the Red Sox didn't. The Yankees made some moves this offseason.
I think they made the most moves out of anybody. I mean, next
to us. In that division. I'm going to say yes. Yeah. You know, because the Yankees they're the evil empire. We're the villains. They're the evil empire. People hate them because of what they've done. Right? 27 championships, you can't deny. That's freaking awesome. 7 of them came against the Dodgers when they were in Brooklyn.
That hurts, man.
And I think 1 against when they were in LA. I'm not sure. But we did beat them twice. So looking at it, I mean, this year, I mean, if I had to break it down, I'm taking the Yankees to win the division this year.
Eee.
I mean, let's start with Baltimore, who won the division last year, right?
101 wins.
101 wins.
That's crazy for them.
They're a young team. I love
Super
that.
young.
You know, they've had all those guys, and they still had that other kid, Holiday.
Jackson Holiday, Matt Holiday's son. Mm-hmm.
That's number one prospect in baseball.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty badass. Actually.
You know, and they have the catcher,
Adley Rutschmanson.
I love that guy. I love that guy, and I'm gonna compare Dalton Rushing right now to him. No, honestly, guys, I think Dalton Rushing is the real deal. Hopefully he improves and he gets his opportunities this year. Not to come up to the big club. I'm not saying that he's gonna be here in the big club this year, but I think he's gonna get his opportunities down in the minor leagues, and he's gonna put those numbers up. And next year, look out for Dalton Rushing. But let's get back to Baltimore. They added Corbin Burns.
They did. They
big move for them.
That is awesome for them.
But they added Kent Grimble.
I mean, he didn't have a good stint with us. He was semi decent.
I don't think he's a good closer.
I mean, I don't know. Again, he gets a bad rap. He has blown a lot of saves, but he also has a lot of quality saves as well.
In the past.
Yeah, in the past. I mean, no one ever is gonna carry consistency for X amount of years. You got a prime.
You can't be a closer forever.
Right. No, I mean you can't play these games forever. There's always going to be somebody younger, stronger, faster. So I mean, but for Baltimore, those are two solid pickups to kind of keep them in the hunt. Last year wasn't a fluke, guys. They were the real deal. I think they've been most exciting team.
They've been coming up.
Yeah, and a lot of people said, oh, they were part of the reason that tanking and not wanting to have. They've done it the right way. They've everything is homegrown, and
just like the Dodgers.
And again, now they see, hey, let's splurge a little bit. Let's see what this does for us. So Corbin Burns and Craig Kimbrell, solid moves for them to see.
Definitely. Next team, the Rays.
I think Tampa Bay.
The Rays, they kind of didn't do anything. They lost Tyler Glasnow.
That sucks for them.
They added what? Ryan Pepiot in the trade with Glasnow and Johnny DeLuca.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
That's really it. I mean, a lot of that was just trying to stay, their kind of their salary cap, they.
And again, I mean, they've added other pieces, but they're minor league pieces that they're hoping make a difference in their ball club. But not a big splash pieces like the Dodgers did or the Baltimore, like we just talked about.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, you got to think Tampa Bay is one of the pioneers for analytics and kind of maximizing a player's ability. I know it started with Moneyball in Oakland. Tampa Bay kind of ran with it. These guys, they're always in the playoffs. It seems like at least they're always in contention. They have guys that come up through the system: Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, David Price. Yeah, and when it comes to time to pay these guys, they don't have the money to do so. They don't have the resources to do so. So of course
they go out and get more pieces.
Yeah, they got to trade their top guy. And hey, let me bring in. They literally think Ryan Pepiot's the future for them. Good for Ryan. He might be their number 1 or 2 guy this year.
Again, and this goes back to the few episodes that I've talked about. Ryan Pepiot, all these guys that we have right now are fantastic. Mm-hmm. They would be solid pitchers in other teams, not with the Dodgers, because we're looking at our big picture. We're looking for a World Series title,
right, guys? And not just one over the next couple of years.
And I'm sure that the other teams are looking at it too. But realistically, they're looking just to win some games and develop players and maybe
be competitive.
Yeah, be competitive, and hopefully one year they get lucky and they score.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go. Let's move on.
Yeah, I mean next team, our friends up north there. What's up? I don't even know a Canadian accent. What is it? A? It's A at the end.
I don't know. Our neighbors from Alberta and all that.
But I mean, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay again. They didn't do much, but I think they did enough, kind of, as far as leadership presence. They got our guy.
Oh no.
They went ahead and signed JT to be their designated hitter. Got a little.
We are having technical difficulties here. We're using our MacBook again now. See how that goes. And right now I don't like it because it keeps shutting off. I set it to not shut off, but
yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out.
We're still learning. We're still learning.
Hopefully by regular season we'll be pros at this. But yeah, they signed JT. That I know JT. There was rumblings that he might come, back to LA. He
No.
might go to Arizona. He might go
San
down south.
Francisco. San Francisco was the team that was very interested in
until
him.
they signed Jock.
And I did not want San Francisco.
Yeah.
If JT would have gone to San Francisco, man, I would have been
hurt.
Very
it hurt
heartbroken.
kind of when Jock went there too. Like
not really. To me, Jock.
I think I don't know. We'll talk about that different, but I mean, Jock went to San Fran. Now he's in Arizona. Next is probably the Padres.
Padres, yeah.
He's trying to beat us somehow.
Yeah. They also signed Kevin Kiermaier.
Yeah. That dude is probably the most underrated outfielder in the history of the game. They were talking about his stats and his WAR and all those analytical numbers on MLB Network. The dude can flat out ball. He's a great defender. And he's always had a solid bat. He's always batted above like 250 or 260, they said. So he is a solid player. And again, those are just two guys that Toronto needed to kind of get them over the hump. They're a young team too, guys. They just got the cover athlete. They have Vladdy. They avoided arbitration with him. They also have Bo Bichette.
Oh, yeah.
Biggio. I forget his first name. But yeah, those are the three main guys. So I think adding JT to them kind of helps mentor those guys a little bit on how to prepare day to day. JT was always, a great clubhouse presence to say, you always got a lot of positive things to say about JT in our clubhouse. So, I mean, again,
JT is going to make a great coach. Someday.
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe the Dodgers coach. They finally give him.
Maybe they'll start with a hitting coach. You never know. But they missed out on Shohei.
Yeah, they're pissed off about that.
They missed out on Shohei.
They thought a plane was landing there at what time?
They thought that plane was there, and Shohei was arriving.
Who was on the plane? I think it was one of the Shark Tank guys.
Robert. I forgot what his last name is, but Robert. I love that show. Robert.
Yeah. I forget his name. I know the one that sits all the way to the left. The dude by himself with the nice slick back hair. I know who he is too.
He probably got up and saw all the media like, what the hell happened?
He's like, did I make the greatest deal ever on Shark Tank? But no, man. Again, moving on. Now, again, you talk about the evil empire. Talk about the Yankees. These guys don't like finishing nothing less than first place in that division.
They don't. And that's how every team should be. Mm-hmm. They should not settle for second place.
Not everybody has the capital though, Pop. Not I mean the Dodgers, the Yankees, and what other team has a checkbook like that?
Okay, but you know what? If you're a team like the Oakland, mm-hmm. that right now Oakland is just getting a super bad rap. Everything's closing down in Oakland.
Even the Vegas mayor though said they should stay in Oakland. It's like, damn, they don't even want them in Vegas. Like, what's going on?
Oakland can make money. They needed to stay in Oakland. I think it would have been nice for them to stay in Oakland.
Right.
But moving to Vegas is going to be a little bit more money. Hopefully, the owner will spend a bit more. Okay, don't forget about Oakland. Who else? Kansas City. Mm-hmm. Kansas City is a small market. They say
they won not too long ago.
Exactly. Look at them. They've as long as you develop the right players,
right,
and you make the right moves, mm-hmm. you can win here.
But again, you kind of follow the Tampa Bay formula. You got to get everything you can while they're on these like minor league deals before they hit free agency, and now you got to pay them these $200-300 million contracts.
And there's something that I really don't like the way the Brewers signed their minor league guy. I forgot what his name was, and I really don't care what his name is. But they just signed him to a big contract. Mm-hmm. He hasn't even played a game in the majors.
Yeah.
That's to me is looking like the wave of the future now.
Yeah, I mean you got to sign them young before they're even proven.
You sign them young, but then again, if you're smart about it, you have them under team control for a couple of years.
Yep. And I don't know, and I guess this is a whole nother episode too. But I mean, you can also go back to when Chicago had Chris Bryant, and they refused to call him up, because they didn't want to lose a year of control. That's kind of the situation, but that's something that the MLB, Players Association, they gotta control that with MLB. But again, that's just checkbooks, and they're being smart about it on their end.
Okay, well, let's go back to the Yankees now. Right. So they added Verdugo in the trade.
That was crazy. You trade with like your sworn enemy,
right? We're not saying that Verdugo is the next Babe Ruth, but like. why trade with them? Why trade one of your? I'm not sure if Verdugo. I don't think if Verdugo had the numbers that they wanted in Boston, but he's a solid guy. He's a solid player.
Doogie's always been.
He's a contributor, right? He's not gonna be your leader in everything. He's not gonna be your your Shohei Ohtani.
Right.
But he contributed to the team.
He did. He was solid.
And you trade him over to your sworn enemy.
That's crazy.
The team that you despise, a team that your fans can't stand.
Maybe Boston knows something that the Yankees don't about him. Who knows? We'll see.
Who knows?
I mean, along with Alex in the outfield, they got a Trent Grisham from San Diego
and Juan Soto.
Right. I mean, right there, I think they to their mind, they won their offseason. They got somebody big, a big name to go help Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Anthony Rizzo.
That's a stacked team.
They are, but I mean, they technically were stacked last year. I mean, you still got Judge, Giancarlo Stanton. You got the kid Anthony Volpe, whatever.
Health has been their enemy.
Yeah, it is.
Health has been their enemy, and that's why I say health is always the enemy of any team.
For sure.
If you can stay healthy, you can make it a long run.
Mm-hmm.
But health, same thing with them. Health has just got them year after year after year.
Yeah.
And we'll see. And they weren't even done yet.
No.
They weren't even done yet. They made more moves.
They did. They got Marcus Stroman.
I love that guy.
That's a solid pickup.
That's a guy. I love his passion for the game when he pitches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he pitches, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you it all, and I'm gonna show you that character." Because I love what he did when he struck out Juan Soto,
right.
And he did that
the little shuffle, shake.
That he does all the time.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, no, I mean, I was kind of hoping we signed Marcus this offseason. I would, much prefer him over like a James Paxton. Not saying that, hey, James, you're going to do bad, but I think Marcus, like you said, you kind of that energy that he brings to the mound, kind of like when Trevor Bauer was with us and he was doing the whole sword thing after strike. That's kind of cool. That's exciting. That's what all the kids are doing nowadays. So I mean, again, Marcus brings that X factor when he's healthy again too, because he's also had his ups and downs with injuries. But he had a solid year in Chicago, so he kind of revitalized it, signed a little contract here again. So, I mean, good for the Yankees. They also got Luke Weaver. They
added Victor Gonzalez and Caleb Ferguson.
Oh, not to mention, they also picked up Jeter Downs.
Boston
gave up on him real quick, too.
Yes.
That
two Mookie players.
That's crazy. Are gone.
I think they don't have anybody left from the Mookie deals. I think they released everybody or traded everybody away now. So I don't think they have anybody left from the. We got to look into that, but yeah,
that'll be no one. And then I mean, moving on, the last team they came in last place. They had a 78 and 64 record. Boston didn't do anything.
Nothing. They did a bunch of minor league deals here and there.
Are they?
And they're looking to trade more players away. They were like Jansen.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're stuck with that Trevor Story contract. Last year they got rid of Kike, and we got Kike, which again I'm still hopeful we can sign, but I doubt it. I don't think there's any room for him to be a utility guy with us, especially with Chris on the roster.
No.
But yeah, man, Boston has been quiet, which is again, it's kind of surprising. They've unloaded a lot of their contracts, so you kind of don't know if they're, hey, we're gonna rebuild for a couple years or what. They also who did they trade? Chris Sale got traded to who?
Oh yeah, I forgot what they got.
Yeah, but they also got rid of Chris Sale. Like again, they're just selling. I think they regret all these contracts finally. Again, the Chris Sale, Trevor Story, Verdugo, Kike Hernandez. Yeah, so I mean, it's been very quiet for Boston as far as like household names, but a lot of minor league transactions. They did acquire a couple prospects this offseason, so we'll see how they finish. But I mean,
we'll see.
As far as the division go, Pops, 1 through 5. What's your order? Because last year, again, Baltimore took it at top. Boston finished at the bottom.
It's gonna be a 2-team horse right there.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore and the Yankees. And I'm gonna have the Yankees pull ahead of them this year.
What?
Yeah, I just think the Yankees, if they stay healthy, I think the Yankees are gonna be one of the threats in the playoffs. I would love to see again.
Almost shutting off on us here, guys. We're almost.
A lot of mistakes. Yeah. I would love to see a Yankee Dodger World Series.
That'd be badass.
Cool.
We definitely go.
Definitely go. And yeah, so I think the Yankees are gonna take the division.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be very close though. Maybe like towards the last week of the race, followed by Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto definitely coming in third. I don't see three teams making the playoffs this year from them.
You don't see that?
I don't see. I think
Yeah.
I think the National League West. I mean the American League West is gonna have more teams this year. In there with the Rangers, the Astros, but we'll break down those guys. So I got the Yankees,
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore,
Yep.
Toronto. Oh no, yeah, Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna have the Rays, and I'm gonna have Boston finish last again.
Yeah. I mean, I think mine's a little different. I really think Baltimore's going to stay number one. Again, the Corbin Burns thing is kind of huge for them.
It is huge.
They're already, they're like you said, a young team. They're growing. They're doing things the right way. Corbin Burns, they have a solid number one guy now. So that good for them. So I'm going to pick Baltimore to stay ahead in that division. Number two, this might surprise you, Toronto. I think
Definitely surprises me.
I think Vladdy and Bo kind of turn around this year, and again, that's all gonna transpire from the signing of JT and Kiermaier. Again, those are two veteran presences that have gotten nothing but positive reviews. They're great team leaders, great clubhouse guys. So I think those two additions to that young core, that's going to take them to the next level. And they were in it. They were in it last year, but again, they ran into I think they ran into the Rangers, and you obviously saw what they did last year. That was red hot. Yeah, then I'll go ahead and go. The Yankees will finish in third, Tampa Bay in fourth, and then Boston's going to come in fifth. I don't really think they've done anything, but again, they can make a move. They might surprise people that they want to bring people in, and yeah, it's just. That's my pick. Baltimore, I think, is going to stay number one. Though.
Yeah, we'll definitely see, and then we'll talk about another division in our next episode. So we're gonna break down the divisions, division by division, and then we'll get into the playoffs. So, who's making the playoffs from the East for you?
From the East or just the AL East? I think only two. Like I said, I think Baltimore goes in, and then Toronto makes it in as a wild card. That's it. I don't think the Yankees. Again, on paper they got a lot of star-studded names, you could say. I don't think they're making it. Again, there's a lot of questions with their rotation. They only got Garrett Cole. The Rendon deal has kind of blown up in their face.
Yeah, I think he'll have a better year this year. I think it's just, I think that him blowing up on fans, and then them like they're gonna blow up on him because it's New York, right? It's New York, Philadelphia. All those teams over there are wild. I think he'll have a better year this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives them two guys. They added like you said, Luke Weaver as well.
Yeah, Marcus Stroman too.
Marcus Stroman is on there too. So their rotation, I like it. I like their rotation.
It looks good on paper.
It does. We'll see. I mean, like again, I do have two teams only, but I have the Yankees and what did I say?
I think you said Baltimore second.
And Baltimore second. Yeah. So I have those two teams only making the playoffs. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and again, guys, let us know your thoughts. You let us know your picks and predictions. This is just us based off of what everybody's done during the off season. And again, I personally don't think that.
And it's not like if we follow them anyways. It's not like if we're like,
this is just us. We're casual baseball fans.
No, we love baseball. We love baseball, but we're not following all those teams' depths and their farm system and who's coming up, because I don't know anybody in their farm system besides Jeter Downs, who you just mentioned from the Yankees, right? But I don't know anybody else in any of those teams' minor leagues.
No, not at all. I mean, again, Jackson Holiday, maybe for the Orioles.
Yes, but again, yes, definitely.
You got to really be a superstar in the minor league for us to get attention. Or get our attention, excuse me. But I mean, again, guys, let us know your guys' picks moving in. We're going to try to break it down week by week, and then we'll kind of stay up to date with it as the season progresses, kind of see where everybody's at, and then, see who's hot, who's not, and
who's right and who's not.
But again, guys, hey, we thank you guys for listening. We appreciate the views and the likes and the comments. So again, just keep supporting us as we go through this journey together, and just a father and his son looking to make a name for themselves and really just get some Dodger tickets out of it. So but hey, I wanted to ask you kind of to wrap up, our whole segment. Kobe statue, man.
Oh yeah, let's
What
go.
were your thoughts? I know I was at work when it was happening. You were at home, so
I was at home. I watched the press conference. I don't know why it still brings tears to my eye. I
For
started
sure.
crying. I started crying when they
Yeah.
talk everything. Every time they talk about Kobe, it just sucks to not have him around.
dude, it does.
You know, it's his smile, his anger, his passion. Man, I'm gonna say it right now, the greatest Laker of all time.
For sure,
I mean, the Lakers have had so many players.
they have.
You know, the logo, Jerry
Kareem.
West,
Yeah, Kareem,
Kareem, Magic.
Magic.
You know, all these guys, Will Chamberlain,
Worthy,
Shaq,
Shaq,
you know, Byron Scott,
the Diesel.
Cooper. All these guys have been great Lakers. But Kobe Bryant is by far the greatest Laker of all time.
Yep. Dude, that's you want to talk about super, man. That's my hero growing up. So I mean, yeah. Again, I kind of snuck away at work into a little office, and I watched the ceremony, and yeah, I mean, it still brings tears to your eyes. You know, it's
Definitely.
a lot of Laker fans, Dodger fans. You know, you grew up in the LA area, and it's like you didn't know him personally, but you almost did. All the memories that he brought us.
Yeah, you know, he was getting started when kind of more social media was coming around, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to know him a lot more, but the way he died, I think is what hurts him more.
Right.
You know, I think if he would have passed away of old age, you know, you'd been like, oh man, I remember Kobe, this and that. But to remember the way he died, you're like, oh man, what could have been?
Yeah,
you know, what could have been of Gigi?
Mm.
You know, I know she was gonna go to UConn probably.
She probably would have been one of the greatest WNBA players ever. She was already hooping at at her age and conquering the Mambacita Academy. But yeah, man, like you said, I think it was heartfelt. I think Vanessa Bryant just always tried to bring people to tears. I don't know why.
Tough shit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it sucks because he's not here to be recognized for all his accomplishments. You know, not being here for his Hall of Fame inductee, not being here for the statues. You know, the house that Kobe built. Yeah, it sucks, but at the same time, man, it's like, dude, that man, like other Laker greats, gave us memories, but that guy really. I mean, if you had to attach an athlete to the city of LA, my vote would be Kobe.
Yeah, forever. Definitely. Kobe. Man, like I said, and I love the statue.
I thought it was a badass statue. 81.
If he picked it,
pointed up.
If he picked it, hey, like you said, tough shit. You know, I mean, whatever statue would have been out there would have been fine with me, as long as his face looked like him.
Right.
You know, there's statues that they go out there and don't look like the athlete at all.
Yeah.
But this one looks like him.
It did.
I can't wait to go see it when we go out to LA for
opening weekend.
So we'll go out there. We'll take a picture with it. But yeah, and there's gonna be two more.
So there's this one was revealed, number 8. He has a 24 being revealed, and then one with Gianna.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome. And again, you know, they're gonna kind of put it outside Staples. I'll always call it Staples. It's not crypto. I hope we change that name soon, bro.
I don't like that name.
The house that Kobe built. So it's kind of be, you know, like a little shrine for him.
The house that Kobe built by crypto.
But yeah, man. Again, shout out to Kobe. Shout out to Vanessa, man. R.I.P. We miss you. Congratulations again on all your accomplishments. Because of you, any generation, any sport has that Mamba mentality.
Has to have that Mamba mentality.
That is. It's not being a killer. It's not being, you know, a snake. It is Mamba mentality.
It's working on yourself.
Yeah, man.
It's becoming the better
version of yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kobe. And again, last thing we're going to talk about, Super Bowl.
It's today.
It is today. You guys are going to watch this tomorrow, Monday, the 12th. Like I said, guys, my pick's not changing. I am rooting for Usher to have the best damn performance ever. I was actually having a debate with a couple of my brothers. We were talking about what song he's going to open with.
I want to hear Yeah.
I think you end with Yeah. I think you end with Yeah. Like that. That's it.
You want to get the hype up there.
Yeah, but and then also, I mean, he don't get me wrong. He's a great R&B artist. He has very amazing songs as far as slow jams. Do you want it kind of to be a slow jam? You know, do you want to hear?
That's what I don't want to hear. That's why I want to start. I want to start with Yeah. And go towards Yeah and finish with Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, and again, I'm no actual official Super Bowl pick. Do I have parlays out there? Am I rooting for certain players to win me some cash? Absolutely. But as far as who wins the game, guys, I don't care. I got buffalo chicken dip on the stove right now. We're having prime rib sandwiches. We're just here to spend time together. You know, my dad and my brothers will be here later. So no pick for me. Let's go, Usher.
My pick, I think, did I say last week who I wanted?
I don't think so. I don't think we did.
Raiders, of course. Raider fan. Chiefs are our division rival.
Hate that guy.
But I hate San Francisco. I hate the city of San Francisco.
Yeah. It is kind of weird up there when we went for the Giants game a couple years ago.
I know there's a lot of Dodger fans that root for San Francisco.
Yeah, that's kind of weird too, guys.
I mean,
I don't know how you guys do it.
That's on you. If you're a Dodger fan and you hate Giants,
that's like,
but you cheer for the 49ers, that's on you because there was no football team for 20 years.
It's like putting milk in before you put your cereal in. You guys are weird.
Hey.
That's just so weird to me. But whatever, guys.
Okay.
To each their own. Drum roll.
I don't know. I'm really torn. I hate the Chiefs, but I hate the 49ers. I hate the city of San Francisco. I don't want anything good to happen for the city of San Francisco. I don't care about the team. If the team was called the Santa Clara 49ers, I wouldn't care. Because, like, Santa Clara, where is that at?
Right.
Or if they were the Oakland 49ers, I don't care.
Yeah.
San Francisco is what irks me the most. So I'm going with the Chiefs.
Damn. That's crazy.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
That's crazy.
And Taylor Swift.
Tay.
Let's go.
Let's go, guys. Hey, again, thanks for tuning in to Chalking It Up. We're so grateful that you guys give us all those views. But get us some more. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. And
watch us on YouTube. Watch us on Apple. Watch us on Spotify, iHeart, Google Podcasts. I think they're dropping Google Podcasts from the format, though. So we'll see. Or if there's any other format that you listen to and you want us to put them up there, let me know and I'll post it up there. I'll try to find them. I mean, we're still learning, guys. We're still learning. I think we kind of got the sound down.
We don't have the T-Pain auto tune anymore.
And we're going back to the Mac again because I don't like the Mac Pro, the laptop here, because it keeps shutting down. But maybe I'll get a little wireless keyboard to keep it open.
We'll see, man. It's not in our budget.
We're improving, guys.
We're in early stages, guys.
We're not trying to invest a lot of money. You know, we got this shit from Amazon.
Yeah.
We're cheapskates.
Again, guys, thanks for tuning in, Chalking It Up. We'll see you guys next time. And as always,
let's go, Dodgers! Let's go!